Well, that problem is one of the reason is that it's not an English-speaking country, Taiwan, and so I think, you know, what ways we can encourage Taiwanese people to polish up on the English, you know, to speak English, to learn the language. I mean, look at you. You're just like you know, English is like a mother tongue. So, what's your advice to Taiwanese people?
Just don't be scared. I think we study too hard. We study grammar too hard. We recite all the words. Languages do not exist in the level of words. You can recite the entire Japanese dictionary, you still don't know Japanese.
Yeah.
So you just needed to just do it. I think that's a very simple word, but very cliche. I hate to use cliche, but on the other hand, you know, even if you don't know English, you still need to know the world. The world is what defines your existence. So I would just beg any of your audience who is watching this program, and hopefully you are a decision-making person in the media, to start just bringing the world back to Taiwan. You know, when I was growing up, 1960s, 1970s, 1980s, you could say Taiwan could be a lot more isolated from the world. We still have a hostile situation across the Taiwan Straits. But when I was growing up, there were huge, at least compared to today, huge amount of international news. You know what's happening in the world.
Okay.
Even though you don't know English. And sometimes Time, Newsweek, and those magazines got torn pages. If they reported Taiwan and someone didn't like it, the pages were torn. But still, you receive those information and you suck it up like a sponge. You know, you try to figure out what the world is about, and then when you actually step out to the world, you are not a stranger. Today, I'm concerned about a lot of the young people. They are very deep into their own interested areas. If you like sports, you're very, very deep into sports. But when you step out of your comfort zone, when you try to start talking to the rest of the world, you are a stranger because you don't know who they are, what they do. You don't know what they think. You know, ask yourself, do I really know what happened to Thailand and the Philippines? Two nations around us which are currently experiencing turmoil. Do I understand what happened to India and Sri Lanka recently? Pakistan, you know, those are nearby places. Do you know even one leader's name? Most people say no.
Yeah. Well, we would agree that actually it hasn't been easy for Taiwan. Being a small island, we have so many TV stations and so many broadcasting stations, which is amazing. So there are things that Taiwan is, you know, great, but I'm sure that, you know, there are things too that Taiwan can really improve on. What do you think about Taiwan wanting so much to, you know, globalize itself, to be noticed by the rest of the world? What things do you think Taiwan can still do? I mean, I think it's doing a lot. And as you know, for the last maybe a couple of years, we've done a lot trying to promote our soft power, you know, making ourselves seen and known. What else do you think Taiwan can do? Any advice, any recommendation?
You know, I think we're in a totally different new era. This is a Web 3.0 era. Any individual, not even a country or a company, any individual can have huge influence to the rest of the world. You can put yourself on a new, boundaryless, countryless world and expose your inner thoughts and share that with a lot of people. You can expose your action. You can put whatever you believe in. So long as we started thinking ourselves as someone not in a small, isolated island, we needed to have a very different self-image. We needed to take control of our lives. And we needed to say, we can be on the center stage. Whatever we're experimenting here, our lifestyle, way of belief, all the things can be shared with the rest of the world, and don't even for a moment think that you don't matter. We can matter, and we can step on the center stage without even have to go outside of your world. Yeah. I think even in your program, you don't have to go outside of your world. You don't have to go outside of your studio. With this amazing technology, we all have the ability to affect lives. So long as you set your heart straight and you set your course in the right direction, follow the true north.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It's been such a joy talking to you.
Thank you,
Learned
Shirley.
so much from you. Yeah. So wish you luck in everything that you do. Continue to shine in Taipei, in Taiwan, actually.
Continue to believe that I'm not just a small person.
Okay.
I think that's important. When I was a little girl living right next to your studio,
yeah,
you know, my life is a life of a low-level naval officer's daughter. My life could be very restricted.
Mm-hmm.
The professor, Ray Birdwhistle, who is really very, very close to my heart.
Yes.
He's a great scholar, said, there is something called talent mobility. I believe if you have a talent, you can be mobile in the world. In the internet world, you can be extremely mobile. So don't forget, there is something called talent mobility, and don't forget, in the Web 3.0 world, you can move around and share with the world what you believe in.
All right. Well, thank you, Joanna.
Thank you, Shirley.
Okay. Thank you for watching, people. I'm Shirley Lin.